friends and family coaching staff. There's 3 Belichicks and Mike Lombardi and his son, and then there's Belichick's girlfriend, and then there's Jamie Collins, who's never been a coach, but he played with Belichick. It kind of feels like a friends and family staff. And I saw that with Bill Belichick at the end in New England. He didn't hire the best coaches available. He hired the guys he was most comfortable with. Young Bill Belichick would have fired this Bill Belichick. He's seeking comfort. You can't coach in a gated community. Nick Saban goes out and hires Lane Kiffin as the OC. They were at each other's throats. Saban was not seeking the most comfortable guy to hire. He brought in Lane's ego, but Lane's a great coach. And Saban continually would go get the best coach available. After the first drive, they had a really nice scripted first drive. After that, 6 drives without completing a pass. Because the game has changed. You have to take offense seriously. Freddie Kitchens is the OC. He was already on staff. So why put any effort into going out and getting the best OC on the market? We'll just move up Freddie Kitchens. Was Freddie Kitchens up for elite offensive coordinator jobs in the NFL or college? He wasn't, but he was on staff. This is like what they did in New England, where they made the DC the offensive coordinator. We'll worry about offense tomorrow. This offense isn't good. This is when Belichick interviewed with the Atlanta Falcons. Remember, he laid out his plan, and one of the reports, or 2 of the reports, were, well, he wanted to hire his guys. McVay coaches his guys, then they go on and become good head coaches. Andy Reid, he'll coach his guys, then they leave. You ever notice with Belichick, it's a lot of the people that stick around. They may leave. They always come back. So I watched last night. Sonny Dykes, by the way, the coach at TCU, his dad was a legendary coach. You know what? They never worked together. They didn't want the nepotism. They didn't work together. So as I watched the game unfold, the longer it went, you could see the gap in coaching.
Okay, so that was a game. I mean, I like probably many of you were probably pretty excited to watch the game, just interested, right? You're probably more interested in just be like, how is this going to unfold? And you watch the opening drive, the beginning of the game, and you're like, oh man, like this is gonna get there. Like, did Bill Belichick turn this program around in 2 seconds? Like there's like kind of some excitement, and then it just completely. I mean, like. You use expressions like, oh, it's like a dam broke, or things like that, and it's just like, oh, the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, like, this is where expressions like that come from. I mean, like, it was just an eruption. It was just like, what am I watching right now? Like, it became unwatchable. Like, it was just like, what is this? And right, they're showing Michael Jordan. Like, there was so much energy, so much hype. For anyone who's ever been down to North Carolina, like, there's so much energy down there, really passionate fan base, great student body down there, and it was just, man, it was just a mess. I mean, it was just an absolute mess. And listen, I never really had strong opinions about how successful or unsuccessful Bill Belichick would be, but I was intrigued by what could happen. I mean, I think first and foremost, though, we have to be fair, and this is what kind of Colin was talking about, the transfer portal, that like when Bill Belichick got there, like this team was already stripped for parts, and now you have to quickly try your best to rebuild this team, specifically through the transfer portal. Like, it's hard to just turn this thing around in a second, especially if you're not already able to bring kind of like your quarterback, your pieces, your receivers, like that. You can't like bring people who all right, I can build off of this foundation. Bill never really had a foundation to build off of, at least nothing that was like actually worth it. So that's always gonna put you in a corner in college, especially. And there's just not necessarily like a quick turnaround there. So I think we saw a bit of that, right? Quarterback position, you almost felt uncomfortable at times because you're just like, oh, again, it looked nice in the opening drive with the scripted play, and you're like, oh wow, okay, let's go. And then it was just all complete downhill from there. I mean, like it was just sad. And then you have a bunch of points scored off of turnovers, and then again, even the defense itself, like there was moments when you thought like, oh yeah, this defense looks like it could be swarming, or they look like that they could cause fits for the offense. And they had moments where that looked like to be the case, and then you had way more moments when you were just like, oh, okay, I guess so. I guess that's the Bill Belichick defense. And it's tough because, again, I just don't think Bill probably has the guys right now. That's number one. But number two, it doesn't take away, though, from his own failures. And Colin has been on this for years now, calling out Bill for just only hiring people who he likes. And even just having players who he likes. That there's no friction, and that he just kind of wants things kind of easy for him. And like I said, Colin has been on that for years now, and he's completely right. He's completely right. And the thing is like when you have the off season that Bill has had with his girlfriend or whatever, and just like any of the other stuff that's been surrounding Bill, really actually, I guess, honestly, for years now, a game like this is absolutely disastrous. It's absolutely disastrous because it really does pop that bubble of mystique. Whether we can come up with the reasons why this happened, even if we look at this, as the season goes on, and we say like this roster is just so bad that it's just like they got a bunch of juniors in high school playing for them right now. Like there's just no way. It doesn't matter who the coach is. You could have Mahomes as the quarterback and Andy Reid there, and they're still going to be losing all their games because they just don't have anyone there. Even if that ends up being true, which obviously it's not going to be that extreme, a loss like this is still absolutely positively disastrous. I mean, this was your coming out party. This was the welcome to college. This is Bill Belichick. I mean, like that locker room alone, the coaching staff alone gets shook by a game like this. And you add in maybe another game or two like this, then you're just like, you just start to doubt everything. You start to doubt, is Bill really that guy anymore? Like, I thought him in college was going to be easy. College versus the pro. Like, like you would just think, and we saw Matt Patricia. His defense looked great. And I thought we were going to be like, okay, this will be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how Bill Belichick looks here now in college. And there was just a sense of like, I don't know, man, if you're a true professional, a true NFL coach, and you come down to college, like, right, can kind of be like a walk in the park for you. And it was anything but that, right? I mean, it was anything but that. So yeah, man, like I at one point I was like, I'm just gonna kind of try to skip through any of like the down moments of the game, right? Just kind of because I had to get through it, and you just keep seeing the score go up and up and up, and I'm just like again, like what is happening? There was one point, I forget exactly what the score was, but I accidentally just skipped too fast. Because again, when I skip, I'm trying to skip any of like the, once someone's tackled, it's like, yeah, I get it, you've been tackled. Like, all right, good. Let's start the play, right? Let's get to the actual plays itself. And I accidentally skipped a play, and I see the score jump up, and I'm like, what the heck just happened here? And then you see it's like, oh, okay, he just fumbled up and a scoop and touchdown, and you're just like, whatever could go wrong is just going wrong right now. Like, I mean, it just looked like a mess. If it was a cartoon, you would have had players with their helmets on backwards and the coaches talking into microphones that were not actually microphones, but like, a baked potato or something. You'd just be like, this is the dumbest cartoon I've ever watched. Like, what is this for? Is this for kids? Like, what is this right now? I mean, like that's honestly what it felt like. Or like like the beginning of like a really bad sports movie, like The Water Boy or something, right? Like that's literally what it felt like. You were just like, I felt we were watching what is it, the Fonz coaching right now, and you're just hoping for Adam Sandler to come up and be the water boy, because you're just like, this is like, what am I watching right now? Like this is insane. This is act one of a terrible straight to DVD, straight to streaming service Disney Channel sports movie where a dog is going to come up there and save the day. That's what it felt like. Like, oh, we need a new quarterback. And it's like, all right, the Mike's got a golden retriever. He might be a good quarterback. It's like, well, anything is crazy enough to work. You know, there's nothing in the rule book that says the dog can't be a quarterback. And it's like, all right, let's do it. It was just like this. It was just a disaster. It was a disaster. Whether there's justifiable football reasons or not, the optics of it all were an absolute disaster. There's just no way around it. And optics are pretty important in college, more so probably than the pros to a degree, because the way how these programs are funded, alumni, like it's just different. It's just different. It was a rough one, man. It was a rough one. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What did you guys all think about Bill Belichick's debut, if we could even call it that, with North Carolina getting just rocked by TCU? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.